What's going on, everyone? So today we're doing a little double job. The first one is a small pickup from the high-rise building in the downtown city that I'm at a lot. It's a two-seater mechanical couch. Apparently the arms pop off as well. I just hope the backs pop off because that's the easiest way to move it around, because I can just throw it up on the hand truck or put it on the four-wheeler and just roll it out. And then there's a skinny, tall wine cooler that actually my girlfriend might like. So, might not need me to get rid of that one. And then afterwards, we'll be stopping to clean out a garage a little bit. It's somebody that I know. And it's just a bunch of like empty flooring boxes. Boxes from like the new toilets and fans and appliances. Some old carpet already kind of rolled up. And just some miscellaneous trash. They did a popcorn ceiling removal. Basically, the guy did painting, popcorn ceiling removal, put down new flooring, tore up the old carpet, and what else? Put in the new appliances and fixtures. So all that stuff. It's really not that bad. Most of it's the cardboard, so it'd be a little lightweight. But that's what we're heading to today. And then we leave tomorrow morning for JunkCon, and we'll take the rest of the week from there. Alright, we are all done with the first job. It took a lot longer than I normally did because these guys showed up when I first got here and I had to move. And then there's a lot of stuff going on with the concierge downstairs, like getting stuck in the lobby. And then I was being very chit-chatty with the customers, and they had me move a couch from one room to another for like $50, which is I'm all in favor for, especially because this was a website inquiry, so they got the $35 coupon on a 1/8 load, so I kind of made my money back and then some. Plus it's my money. But this is it. A very bulky, very heavy, mechanical plus sleeper sofa couch. Came in two pieces, and then this wine cooler, which looks really nice, like you could sell it, but they said it doesn't work. But it's in pretty good condition, so I may try to sell it like as something that doesn't work unless someone who knows how to fix them buy it and fix it. But that is it for this one. Now we are going to head to the garage cleanup and take it from there. So that job was a 1/8 load. It was an inquiry from the website, so I got a $35 discount from it. My 1/8 load is normally around 120. I tacked on a little bit because it was a sleeper and a mechanical sofa, so it's a little heavier weight. I normally do that on the smaller load, so it makes up a little bit for the amount of disposal fee difference it'll be. That, and it's an apartment building that I already knew was going to be a long walk. Honestly, I would have preferred it be one piece and then just pop the backs off, because though it makes it lighter per load, that also means I have to go back and make multiple trips because it breaks off like that. That's the annoying thing about doing sectional couches versus one 3-seater, is I know how to move a 3-seater with one trip with no problem. But when you get into a 3, 4, 5 sectional couch, now you have to run one piece at a time, go up and down the stairs, assuming there's no other services here. So I moved it up to $135, and then happened to be a $35 discount for the website inquiry, so I brought it down to $100 flat. And then I relocated a couch from one room to another, which I had to be very careful with because it was a white leather couch, sleeper sofa, and it was a tight little doorway, and like it's not wrapped up. So it's the first time I had to be really careful in a while. But got it done. They gave me $50 cash for it. Now we're heading to do the garage clean out. my garage clean out is done. I'll have the video up after this with the music, just doing the clean out motions. Something I did want to mention, because I don't really talk about this, and a lot of people don't talk about like pricing, like actual numbers. And a lot of guys don't do it for competitor reasons. I feel like I don't have, like, my competitors are like companies similar in my size, and I feel like that's a very slim number. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there anyways, because I've had a few of you guys reach out to me on Instagram and even like in comments asking about pricing and like how do you kind of gauge your pricing and stuff. So what I did, now granted I do have a slight background with dealing with the industry, but what I did was I looked at the 3 major companies in my area. Like they're all here, don't get me wrong, but I looked at the 3 major ones and I took their truck sizes for each one, and I found the average size of the 3 for square footage, and I compared that to my trailer and got a percent number from it, which ended up being like 74%. And then I found all of their pricing, whether through estimates, Reddit, or just Google, and I ended up just finding the average for each increment, and I kind of went based off of that, given my percentile of my trailer load. So at the end of the day, my pricing is truly on par with other companies, and then down just a smidge, because you take the most expensive company and the cheapest company, merge them together, you have an average. I'm on par with all 3 at that point. So my pricing, and keep in mind, pricing is going to dictate the most based on your demographic, because where you're located is going to affect everything you do. It affects your audience. If you're in a more money-based area, or if you're more in countryside where people do things themselves and they're a little cheaper, if depending on how much your disposal fees are, how much your gas is in that area, just general maintenance, your climate. Cold has a different effect on vehicles versus hot. So a lot of things are going to play a factor in your pricing, which is why I encourage you to look at the 3 biggest companies near you and find their average prices, and then base that off of your truck. Because you don't want to have like, an 11, 12 cubic yard trailer when the junk trucks are 15, 16 cubic yards and you're matching their prices. It's not going to be fair to your clients. You can do it and you may get away with it for a while, but at the end of the day, you're price gouging everyone. But to each their own. So my pricing, my minimum pickup is $85, and I'll always use my truck for it. I very rarely use my trailer unless I'm doing multiple jobs that day, or if I feel like doing like some marketing afterwards with it. My 1/8 increment is $120. My quarter truck is $195. My 3/8 is $245. My half truck is $295. My 5/8 is $345. 3/4 is $390. My 7/8 is $435. My full truck is $460. And then my full truck plus, if I have to put stuff in the bed of my truck, I charge $494. And that's just because I like to reserve the truck myself for my materials and equipment, so I'm not having to pile a bunch of stuff back here in the back seat and having it scraping the doors and potentially hit the windows. Now, when I do my cleanouts in the past, and I still do it sometimes, I'll either charge hourly, not based on how long it takes to load the truck, but how much additional time I feel like I'm going to need to bag up materials. I'll either do an hourly on that, or what I kind of want to start doing, and I've already started implementing it, is basically doing like a price range of job complexity. So if it's like, if I'm having to pick up some small items off the ground and maybe like a couple of things like in a closet, I'll charge like 50 extra bucks. Or if I'm doing like, maybe multiple closets, a couple things in dressers, $100. If I'm having to if I'm having to clean out, a good chunk of it, and I know it's going to take me an hour plus, I'll do $150, and I'll go up to like $200, and that's per load. So if I'm going to do 2 truckloads, it's going to move my full truck from $460 to $660 per load. So that's just like a more generalized, it's like doing a flat rate. But obviously, given the situation, if it's like a true hoarder home like you see on TLC, like just trash to your head height, and it's gonna take like just hours and hours of multiple guys, then I'll charge accordingly based on that. But so far, that's what I've been doing. I also have surcharges for two things: appliances, like large appliances, dishwasher, stove, washer machine, stuff like that. I'll charge $25 extra for per unit. And then I also have a heavy item fee. So if I have a piece that's abnormally heavy for the volume, I'll charge an additional $25 for that as well. And that could swing both ways with the appliances. So say I have like a large refrigerator that's really heavy compared to like your standard refrigerator, I'll charge both fees for that. So that single piece will cost $50. That's about it for pricing. The only other thing is when I do cleanouts, I bag everything up. I don't throw loose trash in my trailer. So I charge $2 per contractor bag. And I'm waving at the guys that need to pass by me to get to vegetation. I'll charge $2 per contractor bag, which in my area, they're like $35, $40 for about 50 of them at Walmart or Home Depot. So the $2 a bag kind of makes up for having to go out and buy it, and I get a little bit of profit on it. I think that's about it for pricing. On bigger jobs like cleanouts, let's say like it's in a house with a neighborhood under construction, like you have to park like 4 houses away because there's all of the different service vehicles there. I might charge a few extra bucks for like the long walk to have to get from the house to the truck each time. Or maybe it's an apartment building and I have to go like down a hallway, down to the surface elevator, go down to the parking garage, and then walk all the way out to my truck. That's going to be a lot of accumulated time. So I'll tack in a charge for that. Or if I'm taking a decent amount of pieces and I'm going like to the second or third floor with stairs, I may tack in $10-15 just to make it a little bit more worthwhile for the time and energy. I'll also do that with my minimum pickups. So let's say I'm going to pick up I don't know, a dresser on the 3rd floor and my minimum pickup's $85, I might charge $95 or $100 for it because of this, flight of stairs. Especially if I have to, bring a second person with me, I might tack on a few bucks before even like giving them a price. Just so I'm not having to bait and switch them or anything, but I'm just kind of protecting myself. So I'm not losing money when I don't have to. But those are my prices. Just again to give you an idea, in my area, I don't know other states, but in South Florida, 1-800 Got Junk is around, how much are they? 1-800 Got Junk is like $7.58 for a full load. And a lot of the other larger franchise companies out here are mid 6s to low 7s for their full load. Now, if I get my next trailer, I want to make it 5-foot wall, so I have a 390 cubic foot spacing. I'll increase my pricing a little bit to match that because it'll be closer to 1-800 Got Junk's volume. Still not expensive, but a little bit more feasible volume wise. But I don't plan on going too high with my pricing until I have a need to. Like if I have employees and I have workers' comp and it's obvious I need to make more money per job. Otherwise, I'll be digging myself a hole. But that's it for my pricing. We are still waiting at the dump. I'll play the clip of the garage cleanouts after this, and that'll be it for me. We'll leave tomorrow morning for JunkCon, so if you guys are there, I'm either going to be wearing this shirt or a gray polo shirt. It says in the email to wear hats. I don't wear hats. I thought about getting hats, but I'm like, I sweat too much wearing the hat. So, if you want to say hi, keep an eye out for me. I'll have my girlfriend with me. She's 5'4", hard to miss. But I'll see some of you guys there, and if not, then I hope this week goes well business-wise. I know annoyingly October is picking up for me right when I'm about to go out of town. But hopefully the rest of it works out. It's my birthday month. I better be working on my birthday. I better have a job on my birthday. But that's it for me. Bye.